Good afternoon. We are with application number 6, single digits, with Somerset Community College.
Thank you. And thank you for letting us come. I'm Joe Marshall with Somerset Community College. I want to quickly introduce our group here today. Pardon?
Speak louder.
Okay. Speak louder. That doesn't count in our minutes.
Good.
We have representatives from Somerset Community College, from our Somerset school systems, Pulaski County school system, local employers like TTAI and UGN. We have our Pulaski County Development Foundation.
Tech to America, located in Somerset, Kentucky. We also have another plant in Owensboro, and I am here on behalf of the Cumberland, Kentucky Fame chapter. We have worked together as a very close-knit group of employers, the school, the whole community, trying to create opportunities for training skilled workforce. We have a very dire need for skilled workforce, as I'm sure you're hearing from other groups as well, but in our part of the state, it's not a skill that's readily available. So we are all struggling as employers to try to get those jobs filled. The company that I'm with, we have 20 openings right now that we are trying to fill. Some of those have been open for over a year. We're having to recruit out of the area, do a lot of things that we don't want to do. UGN recently had to turn down an expansion. All of those things, because those jobs have to be filled to be able to support the other jobs available in the area.
And so with that, how do we address this shortage of skilled labor? And for quite some time, for several years, we have been working together as a collaborative effort to build the pipeline. And if you look at the back of your handout, it shows the pieces that we currently have in place, and that is that we have got Project Lead the Way starting from the elementary schools all the way through the high schools. And our passion has been, and our focus has been, is to build a seamless pathway from the time they hit kindergarten through high schools to post-secondary and then into the workforce. And we've got all those pieces in place except for two. And what we are lacking is the equipment, and we'll talk about that, which is what we proposed in our application, as well as a renovation of existing space and expansion. If you will open back up to your inside here, I'm just going to quickly highlight a few bullets here. This is a two-part project. The first part is with the Pulaski County Area Technology Center, and the focus there is reorganizing the Area Technology Center into a regional hub. Not only will it currently keep serving the 3 feeder high schools that are currently there, but we are also working outside of the county, partnering with Wayne County, and Mr. Butcher is also working with others in the area, other school districts. We will be relocating the Project Lead the Way biomedical and engineering programs there, as well as adding in additional general education classes into the programs there so that they can come in there as kind of a one-stop. They can get everything they need there for graduation. In addition to that, as you can kind of skipping on through here, it will add an additional 14,200 square feet and increase, hopefully the overall people in the program by 280 folks. Somerset Community College is the second piece. We hope to train an additional 300 to 400 students with this project, renovating and expanding and with a total square footage of 15,000. And to add new career pathways such as UAV technology, 3D printing, and additive manufacturing, which you'll see examples of that in front of you, injection molding technology, and industry-specific certificates. And the biggest thing I want to highlight, too, that's something unique is we are working with the Kentucky Court of Justice
Any of you again. If you would just help the committee understand, there's two projects in one here, right? ATC, Community College. And I know time was short there, but on the ATC, if you could just talk about how large is the existing building, and this is I think I heard 14,200 square foot addition to that building. And if you could kind of maybe break that, this is one of the largest requests in the state, kind of break those costs into, we're spending this much over here and this much over there, just kind of an overview of the physical characteristics.
We currently have about 15,000 square feet in our current ATC. That's why we're asking to move to another addition that we've got, make an addition. We want to do a renovation of 6,000 square feet and then a new addition, which would be 8,200 square feet. What we're looking to do is
all attached to the existing.
All attached to the existing one. Now, what we're looking to do, or what we would like to do, is bring our Project Lead the Way programs to that location, and also bring gen ed teachers in there. If we're going to be a regional hub, which we would like to be, we've reached out to Wayne County, which they have accepted and wrote us a letter of that they would like to be a part of. We've also reached out to Rockcastle County, Lincoln County, and McQuarrie County as well to be a hub for that particular location.
The net add is 8,200 square feet.
That's correct.
At 8,200.
Correct.
If you were going to break this project into two pieces, millions over here at ATC and how many millions over here at Community College? How does that break out?
About 50-50, $5 million at each location.
Five at each, okay. And then if someone were to talk on the community college, help us understand the physical characteristics of that.
We plan to renovate roughly 5,300 square feet of an existing building that we have. We're going to relocate classrooms, and then that will be where we'll put 4 of the labs, and then the additional 3 labs will be an additional 96.
Plus the type of labs.
Oh, I'm sorry, yes. The current ones that the building that we plan to renovate will be our PLC, our automation, our motor controls, and our robotics. So that will be in the existing.
Match, I saw there's a $256,000 cash from private. What's the total match, and where is what's the balance of that coming from?
Well, we have an additional $200,000 from the college. We have got a letter of commitment from the city of an additional $200,000, and we've got $200,000 from the Development Foundation, $50,000 from the Pulaski the county, and then the Development Foundation's $50,000. We had $5,000, really $5,500 from 2 companies, and then $1,000 from a private individual citizen.
$100,000 then?
Yes.
2-4.
Thank you. Time is up.
Is that 250 or 300? Is that per year?
Per year, yeah, annually, yes. Additional annually. Thank you all so much.
Approximately, do you remember?
I have to look back through the notes. I don't have that.
I have the drawings.
Okay, or maybe we can come back to that. But we're talking about renovating the building and then buying equipment. Is that right for this project? And who will use this facility? Once it's renovated, is it Casey County only? Are there other counties that will come to it?
We have verbally talked with some other neighboring counties, Pulaski County, Adair County. We do not have any kind of written agreement with any of those counties, but one of the things that we looked at was with the diesel program. That is not a program that is offered in any of the other area technology centers. So they are agreeable to sending students to that diesel technology program.
And are there adults trained at this facility now in the evening, or is it strictly for students, and what will it look like in the future?
Currently, we are not offering any adult classes. We have in the past. We have looked at offering an adult CNA class. We have offered welding classes for tartars in industry training. So that is something that we have offered in the past. We're not currently offering any of those programs. It's kind of based on that. But our goal is to be able to offer some dual credit anatomy classes, because one of the ideas in this project is to have an actual science lab for our health science to be able to do dissections and offer that dual credit through Somerset Community College or other partnerships as the need arises. Educational facility, we have a college downtown. The economic development is also working with trying to offer that and make that a center where adult students can obtain their nursing degree at that one location. And so there would be a partnership between that facility and us, where we would have the lab for the anatomy piece, and then they would offer some additional classes through their center. So
the adults in Casey County now that are looking for credentials in welding trades, where will they go? Where do they go today for training?
Most of them would go through the traditional route as a post-secondary student to get that certificate at Somerset Community College.
They would go to Somerset, which is how many miles, or how far away is that? 26, half hour, 45 minutes, something like that.
About 45 minutes.
45 minutes to Somerset. Okay, thanks. Questions?
If I could go back to the square footage,
Thank you.
the addition is a 6,000 square foot addition, and the existing is a little over 20,000 square feet.
Mike?
As Chairman Heiner pointed out, your request is one of the higher requests. Obviously, the ATC is owned, it's run by the county school, is that correct? System?
The building is owned by the district.
Okay.
We're a state-operated facility.
Sure, I understand that. Is there, in order to get this cost down a little bit, is there a way that the county could look at? Do they have a bonding capacity left, or anything in case we awarded less than your request?
Is our bonding capacity right now would be about $3 million.
Okay.
It was over 7, but we're also in a elementary gym renovation right now. So, but we would have money put toward the renovation of the building.
It's equipment and building. What would the approximate cost of the equipment be?
There wouldn't be a whole lot of equipment. The diesel technology would be the largest equipment need, and we're looking at around $500,000 for that. And in order to come up with some numbers there, I talked with the post-secondary diesel technology program at Somerset Community College. They gave us a list of equipment and small tools and those kinds of things. So.
No, and I'll tell you one of the I don't know if we can address it here, but maybe we can afterwards get some information for the committee. We're seeing proposals twice the size in square footage for about this amount or a little less. And so just when you apply, 10 million, 12 million times 20,000 square feet, it's a really, really high number compared to what we're hearing other places. So that's our, off by maybe a factor of 2. So we're trying to understand. I think we're trying to understand that, why this project is so much more than other projects on a square footage basis. Chad?
Recruitment, how do you plan on, getting the adults into the program? That's a big effort for us, as well as, getting students, let's say, engaged in diesel automotive.
Well, for high school students, I think the interest is there. So I don't think that there would be a lot of recruitment for the high school students. For post-secondary students, it would take on a lot of different methods, using Somerset Community College, and including, especially if those courses are the post-secondary, offered at the post-secondary level, and just using our facility, marketing that through their traditional routes. Also tapping into our economic development our Chamber of Commerce. We have a very good, group there that we work with, as well as our local business and industry. And then, you know, we have some student enterprises at the high school through, you know, we have a small printing, enterprise at the high school that would be able to print brochures and flyers and things. And that's really why there was no monies in our application allotted to marketing, because we wanted to tap into that, and make use of those, resources, and not use that money for marketing and apply it to actual construction or.
If I might add as well, as recruiter at Tarver Farm and Ranch, I probably receive 20 applications a day, and probably, 15 of those come in and they don't have a skill. And they're saying, how can I want to be a welder. Tell me how I can be a welder. And it may be a situation, we live in a very rural area with a lot of surrounding areas who utilize and come to Tartars to work. But, they need that local recruit. They need that chance to get their training locally.
Why do you say the secondary or the high school students programs?
Well, our health science program is overflowing. We have, as far as total enrollment in that health science, over 200 students involved in that program, either, starting at the freshman level and going all the way through the senior level. And our enrollment has remained steady. We have, we did some surveys as well with high school students as far as interest. If we were to offer this program, to see if there was an interest among the high school students. So that's what we're basing that on.
We're very intentional on our career track implementation and planning and scheduling. And based on student interest, that's why we have 2 welding instructors and other needs like that. We try to address the needs of the student. So.
How many people are you currently serving on a daily basis today, and how many additional people will be served at the conclusion of the renovation project? My second question is, in terms of bonding capacity, is any part of that $3 million bonding capacity part of the current match? It's part of your proposal already, because I think I saw where you had a $2 million public cash match. Is that part of the bonding capacity? The 2 out of the 3 you're already sort of earmarking for this. Okay. And back to the, number of participants.
So when you're asking number of participants, are you looking, because there's a lot of different numbers that I could throw at you. If you're looking at like total enrollment from our, from freshman students through seniors, that's going to be, a little over 500, and that's like what we call a duplicated number. So a student might take a business class and then also take a health science class. So they may be in the building 2 or 3 times. If you're looking at just our senior enrollment, we have 149 seniors that are in our building, and 99 of those are preparatory, which means they have had at least 2 classes and are enrolled in the 3rd within that pathway. So,
and that's a shared student population with my high school. It's on our same campus. We have about 720 students total, grades 9 to 12.
Understanding that's 9 to 12, and then where do you project that will be, if this project were to be...
With the addition of an additional program, that would add anywhere from 90 to 120 students, depending on, because that can fluctuate from year to year based on the student population in the high school, and then the number of students that we are able to draw from, some surrounding counties. And then when you add the adult population to that, the way we projected that was to offer, 2 M&A classes, which are capped at 15 students each, and then to offer some workforce training for some of our local business and industries. So we were looking at about 75 to 95 adults.
So about 200 extras.
200.
Okay.
Kathy?
Hey, I heard you address the Tarver Farm and Ranch with, the need for welders and truck drivers. So is that what is driving diesel mechanics for you, or what? Okay, so I really want to know the drivers here, in terms of what is pushing or pulling you, you said that the students want health sciences, but what kind of jobs are available? What out there in the community of the private sector is gonna hire? I mean, they might wanna be nurses and doctors, but are there jobs for these folks? And I would like to also have you answer that question for the adults in your community.
I think when you talk about health services, you have to look at some projected statistics for our region. Over the next 5 to 10 years, we're talking about an increase of in the 30 to 35% mark for citizens over the age of 60. That's going to require more health care. We're going to require more health care facilities. So, I think.
But are they approaching you, is my question. I want to know who from the private sector, or is this based on data that you just are observing and the kids want it, or, but, you know what I'm saying?
Both. When you look at job postings in our area, you see lots of job postings for LPNs, for registered nurses, for CNAs. That's something that we can begin to fill. When you talk about need companies needing the diesel mechanics right now, that's something that they need to take care of their fleet that's on the road now. The increase in what's coming out of Tartar Farm and Ranch, those diesel mechanics are the need for that's gonna increase their need companies, because they're gonna be pulling more of that Tartar product. I mean, a 17 to 20% increase over the next year, it's a big increase on the number of products that are being shipped out of Casey County. So, based on what we need now, and what we project that we're gonna need in the future, we think that these programs are vitally important to putting people to work in Casey County and the surrounding region.
Thank you.
And to give you a hard and fast number, for the healthcare sector, based on the, information, the statistics that we received, there are currently 653 online postings for jobs in healthcare. So, I mean, those numbers are there, and that 1,612 in just those 5 sectors that we serve, which includes the diesel, and then with the addition of implementing that CDL training within that diesel mechanics and our auto mechanics to address the need for CDL drivers for these companies. So, and they, as she said in the opening statements, they have 95 trucks and only 55 drivers. So that's where that's coming from.
And those figures are included on your map of Kentucky where we've highlighted Casey County. Those figures are on there for regional and also for state.
Do you have any private sector partners in the healthcare sector?
We did not, one of the partners with our application was Lifeline Home Health. We also partner with our, Liberty Care Center, which is our, nursing home in our county.
I apologize, but your time is up.
All right, thank you very much.
Thank you
Really
all.
appreciate you being here.